60s users are just blessed right now. Like truly, I don't think there's anything better than what's been released in the last like week. The box kind of opens like this. And then look at this. I kind of don't want to put this box on my desk because it's filthy, but cool. What is this? Kind of looks like a shoebox or something. So you get this like little flap here. What is this? Looks like a card? Thank you card? Oh, I did see this on the website. So this is a 60% keyboard. This was designed by In Studio. Ooh, this is cool. Cool. I like stuff like this a lot, by the way. I love receiving stuff like this. Damn, that is cool. And then here's the keyboard itself. Oh, and gloves. Bro, I haven't gotten gloves with a keyboard in forever. All right, some background info on this board. I've actually been looking forward to the Parabolica for about a month, 2 months. That's when I kind of like stumbled upon it myself. But it is going to be a 60% board. It has a crazy, I think one of the features I'm into is the crazy low front height. So it starts at about 14 millimeters for the front height. Pricing, it's going to be about $330. Not too bad. There's going to be some upgrade options. There's a copper mid-frame and a brass badge and all these other things. Some of these I'm not even sure what they are just because I haven't seen this page yet. But there is a mid-frame that you can upgrade for a few extra dollars as well. But I think by default it's brass. So this is going to be a very interesting board. They sent me two, but this is the Dusk Titanium. And then the other one they sent over is Dark Violet and Copper. I'm going to build this one here. But there's going to be 4 different colors being black, retro grayish, Dusk Titanium, and then orange. That one there did say purple. I believe that's just for promo use. I'm not sure if all the colors will make it to the US market. Again, this was already run in China, I'm pretty sure. This is the color I wanted to see. Oh, this is a nice little package of things here. I'm always won over by boards that package their stuff nicely. Look at this. They even label everything. It adds to the experience in a world full of keyboards that feels so saturated full of the same stuff. If you can nail the unboxing experience, you're a leg up, in my humble opinion. Ooh, interesting PCB. I might have to go through some of the build guide stuff that they sent over, but sorry, I'm gonna put the PCB to the side and let's go over some more stuff that's on the webpage. So it's a 60% layout, ANSI and ISO, WinKey, WinKeyless, or HHKB, depending on which one you want to get. This will have a split 313 spacebar compatibility, which I love to hear and see. I can already see that on this. More people have been asking for split stuff, man. It's just what's in right now. There is going to be a top/tadpole gasket, and there's going to be aluminum or carbon fiber plates. And this is non-flex cut only. This does use a unified daughter board, which is, you know what? I'm happy about that. I really am, man. And then again, this is going to have at the lowest point a 14 millimeter lip front height. Without the lip, you know, not including how low it gets, it's about 16.5, which I think is more realistic with an EKH of 21.5. So that kind of goes unchanged. With these low front height boards, we typically see about 21.5 millimeters anyways. Super comfortable. If you guys haven't tried something a bit more low, super, super comfy. 7.5 degree typing angle. Love to hear that as well. And then again, $330 to start. I think that's totally fair. There's some interesting colors. I don't know if all the colors are listed on purpose, because I think they're missing 1 or 2 on ClickClack's website that they just put together, but they literally just threw this up before stream. So, and then here is our hot swap PCB. Now, when it comes down to PCBs, was there 2 different ones we can pick, or is there only hot swap? Nope, there's 2. So solder and hot swap. This is the hot swap one, which, guys, I really like the screen print. Someone mentioned this looks like Sennheiser, and I have a Sennheiser mic. Does it have the logo on it? No, it doesn't. It kind of low-key does. It kind of does look like the Sennheiser logo, but this is nice. All right, so compatibility-wise, because this is a little tough to look at, what do we got for compatibility? Like literally everything. Okay, this is everything. Split backspace, ISO and ANSI, bottom row options for days, split left, split right. This has literally every option. 1.6 mil PCB. I think we need to clip this piece here and this piece. That is a nice PCB. And then Look at this. Look how like, I'm loving the unboxing experience. Plus I love this case. It's won me over with the highlighter orange here. Oh, dude, this is nice here. Oh, wait, this is not, is this, what color is this called again? Titanium? Dusk titanium? Does this look like the website photo? Yeah, I'd say this is a bit more saturated in person. I think the Dusk Titanium on the website is not as saturated. This is beautiful though. I haven't even checked out the side profile and I'm already loving this lip on the front is crazy low. I love the way they framed this board. Nice thin side profiles, or side bezel I should say. All right, so a pretty interesting little side profile here. I like the way this looks. That is unique. Because it kind of bows in and out here on the side. Interesting. I think, me personally, I would have preferred maybe a bit more of a cleaner line. But you know what? Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe this is going to be a personal preference type thing. The anode's gorgeous on this. The back is really nice. I love what they did with this brass accent piece. I really like how it becomes the front lip over here. And then they have that secondary piece here in the center. Like I said, I've been looking forward to this one here. Look at that. Look at the machining there. So that's really pretty too. Ooh, even this is really nice. So this isn't just a straight, 90-degree angle or whatever degree angle. It's not. It's curved. So this even looks very premium here on the back too. And they utilize this mid piece to get a really cool seam throughout the board too. I do like the minimal Parabolica, just very small here on the bottom. All right, in studio, very, very pretty. You've won me over so far with the visuals. The copper would probably look super sick. I'm kind of curious how the purple would look. Should we pop open the purple box just to look at it? Okay, for the purple lovers, purple and copper kind of does look nice. Ooh, this is a purple. Shit, do we use this today? Oh, I do like this. I don't know if I would have went stainless and copper. I don't know. I feel like that kind of clashes. But this is really nice. That is pretty. Which one do we do today? Purple, please. We've seen too many tan brown boards. All right, fine. You know what? I'm with you guys. Let's just do purple. We haven't done purple in a hot minute, bro. Very pretty. All right, cool. I'm really excited for this board, man. I am so excited. I kind of want to open this case up first just to get access to the plate. So let's do that first. So how does this open? Just some screws? Oh, dude, look at the internals on this too. Well, let's take out the sheet here. Nice stepped internals. Holy shit, this is just literally a piece of copper. In my head, even though I've looked at the breakdown for how this board looks, I was just picturing a round, square of copper being the mid-frame, mid-piece. Not the actual internals here. That is crazy. And the copper one wasn't a huge premium. Like if I want to go and dress out a copper board here with the copper mid-frame, it's $355. So not a crazy big premium versus the $330. Well, I guess $320 would be the cheapest one you can buy. So about a $35 premium, not bad. The plate is the same color as the case. Anno match on it is not 100%, but you know what? I'm here for it. It's still fine. Let's take out these screws too. All right, cool. So this is the top frame. We got our plate there. We probably still need to unscrew this to get the daughter board installed here, which we'll do later. Awesome looking board so far. All right, we're using some MX2As. Little MX2A build here. Oh, we get the ketchup and mustard cables here. Beautiful. And let's open up this and get our cable installed now. Oh, wow, this is a piece of copper. All right, I think material value, you're getting your money's worth here, if that matters to anyone. And there are the screws for the badge in case you guys were curious. I'm guessing this tape is probably for this. I would assume this is going to be tape. Oh, I fold out one of the corners. I would assume this little piece of tape is just to get your cables pressed down, which is kind of handy, not gonna lie. I appreciate that they gave that to us. I really do. All right, awesome. So this is put into place now. Let us screw this back in. These are definitely softer. I'm gonna make the assumption that the blue tadpoles are the 50A and the orange are 70A. Although these colors are really pretty. They picked some nice colors for this. I'm gonna go for the harder tadpole here. I think that's the option I'd like to choose and try out first. One thing I'm probably going to suggest here, just because I can see the tadpole's kind of like going every which way here. I think some sort of, let's pull this back out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's no real divot for these tadpoles to sit in. I think the tadpoles sitting in like a little divot would have helped with some alignment, because right now it's doing this. I don't know if that'll continue as we put the case back on the top here, but definitely would have been nice to see some alignment. No, it doesn't really do much, but it still can shift. Just be careful, I guess, as you're installing this. Just make sure it all aligns and sits nicely. Although I guess the tadpoles should technically help align it. But again, I'm still seeing just a smidge of shifting here. Yeah, good choice, guys. I think the purple looks real nice. Real nice, guys. There is the purple built up, everybody. That is a nice purple. Purple lovers will love this. It's not a perfect match purple-wise, but you know what? I'm vibing with this. I think this is fun, and no one can tell me otherwise. This was, okay, I just want to sum some stuff up before we type on this. Build-wise, this was extremely easy. I don't think there was much I needed to even worry about while building this. This was a straightforward build. It did have a few screws, but everything felt very high quality. Like, it didn't really have any like weird janky screws that sometimes you typically run into that make everything kind of feel weird. It just felt good to disassemble this thing. The plate is tadpole, so you just stick some tadpoles in. It wasn't very tight either. They kind of slid in nicely. It mounted really easily. They included a little bit of tape in the box here to put down some of the daughter board wires. I mean, even with soldering, I think soldering may have taken me an extra like 20 or 30 minutes. I feel like this is a very simplistic board. There's not a whole lot that goes into the building process of this, which, you know, can be viewed as a good or bad thing. I think it's a great thing. But let's see what this sounds like right now. Because we've had a lot of 60s come through our little workshop here. The last week, we've had the Rin. We've also had the Lila. I feel like there was one more. There was also the Solaris, and now we have this. It has been a last 2 weeks full of 60% keyboards, and I'm here for it, man. I like 60%. So let's see. And again, this is going to be the copper mid piece with the aluminum plate, MX2As, and cherry clip-in switches. There is a little bit of resonance, which I can already tell. I have a feeling we might need to force break this a little bit, and that's something that Rufus was mentioning earlier. I think the sound is there. I think we have to force break this. Look at the modifiers. Like, the modifiers are already really good. Yeah, let's force break this and come back to it here in a second. I know Rufus already said that they were considering doing that anyways, or they were going to do that. Let's see. Let's try to replicate how that would sound. I mean, yeah, you're probably getting, I can already tell you, all this frame along the sides here. See this? This is all probably making a crap ton of contact with the top piece. So let's try to isolate this a little bit more here. And we'll do this as our little force break. Let's unplug it for now. All right. Force break is, I mean, probably could do with one or two more pads, but this should suffice enough for us to get an idea if this will work. This is like literally the entire ping is completely gone now. Okay, let's do a little typing test. Let's plug it back in. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I do think they definitely need to do a force break for this. Yeah, I'm sure you can even play with how many force break pads you put. I'd like for them to just include like another sticker sheet full of force breaks, and then you can kind of pick and choose. The mods are great on this, dude. Okay, I'm liking this with the little force brake pads. 1000% in studio definitely needs to include some force brake pads with this, or else it's way too pingy, I guess. Very nice. In studio, I think killed it with this. 60s users are just blessed right now. Like truly, I don't think there's anything better than what's been released in the last like week for a long time. The board we're doing today, the Parabolica, does have the deepest sound, I think. Rufus, you guys absolutely nailed this. It is super good. Like I said, the only thing I'd probably objectively change is just I'd add some sort of force brakes in the box or just give people the option to do it, but I don't know, man. They're all good. All right, though, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Bye, everyone. Love you, and good night.